Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, everyone. So I already shared the slides about unit 6, and by using this video, I'm gonna re-explain how to answer the questions in the workbook and also the question in the practice paper. First, let me share the screen. So the workbook, please study from the first one that from the first page of unit 6, which is about the earth moves around the sun. Let me make it bigger. Okay, so first you have to identify the shape of the first question. What shape is the earth's orbit around the sun? Okay, so we already discussed about this, and the shape is a little bit ellipse. It's like X, but not really ellipse. I mean, ellipse is really perfectly oval, kind of that. But for the Earth, Earth's orbit, it is not like that. Okay, so there is a spot of the Earth that is closer to the sun, and there is a spot of the Earth that is further from the sun. Okay, so it doesn't really like this, but okay, let me where is it? Okay. So it's slightly a bit, if this is the earth, okay, so it's, sorry, it's not like that. Okay, so there is we call this as a perihelion and aphelion, but we are not going to discuss about that. Okay, I just want you to know. So it's not perfectly oval or perfectly ellipse, but it's slight ellipse. Okay, so if you are asked to answer this kind of question, so the answer is slight ellipse. Okay, and then in which direction does the earth orbit the sun? Okay, so there will be some pictures, and you can refer to those pictures. Okay, and you can see that, oh, if this is a clock, okay, and this is 12, for example, 6, 3, and 9, and if this is 1 and 2, you can see that it's not, the direction, it is counterclockwise. So it doesn't follow how the clock goes. I mean, the clock goes from 1, 2, 3, and so on. So it means like this, it's a clockwise, but it is going on the other way. So it means that the answer is counterclockwise or anti-clockwise. Okay, and then what is the imaginary line labeled X? Okay, X is this one. Okay, so as I told you before, and in many other chances or opportunities, this line, okay, it's where the Earth's spinning. This is the axis of the Earth. Okay, so the Earth spins based on this axis. So let me re-answer. Shape of the Earth, it's slight ellipse. And then in which direction is counterclockwise or anticlockwise? And then what is the imaginary line labeled by X? It is Earth, the Earth axis. Okay, let's continue. And then what is the imaginary line labeled Y? Okay, Y is, let's say the X is the vertical and then Y is the horizontal. The horizontal one, we call this as, remember, as the equator. Okay, wait, let me just scroll down. Okay, so it is the equator. And how long does it take for the Earth to complete the orbit around the sun? Orbit around the sun is equals to 1 year. 1 year, it's stated on your book, equals to, it's about 365 days, or specifically 365 quarter days. And then find position of Earth level June. Like I told you before, okay? So C, B, and A. Okay. So let's, for this, okay, you know, 1 year equals to 12 months. Okay, and we are going to divide this 1 year, okay, one turn, or yes, 1 year equals, divided to 4. So it's 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, and 3 months. It means 3 months after June is July, August, September. Okay. And then 3 months after September is December. Okay. 3 months after December is March. Okay. So if we have to answer, okay, C, B, and A, so it's September, December, and March. Let's see. So it is C is 3 months after June. It's September, and then December, and March. What is the length of day and night all over the world in position A and C? Okay, if we, it's stated on the slide, during A and C, or September and March, mostly the Earth, the axis of the Earth is same as the, line of light. So it means it is, let's say, generally it is equally divided. So the length of day and the length of night, both of them are equals. So if we divide one day, or one whole day, which is 24 hours, divided by 2 equals to 12 hours. So it's around 12 hours. Okay. It is not really specific and 12 exactly 12 hours, but around 12 hours. Okay. Hope you get that. And please, you may continue, okay, to do the practice after, on the page, on the next page. But we are not going to discuss about that. This one is important. Okay, the next one about seasonal changes. I think I already told you how to calculate, but some of you are still confused. Okay, so let me explain again. Okay, so let me explain the whiteboard through the whiteboard. Wait. Okay, so it's the first, March 16. Okay, the sunrise is at 6:40 and then sunset at 18:41. So the length of day is 12 hours and 1 minute. But what about the plus 1 day? So which is 18:42, and the sunset time is 18:42 and the sunrise time is 6:39. Wait. Okay, so sunset 18:42 and then sunrise 6:39. How to calculate this? It's easy, really easy. What happened? Why it becomes like this? Okay, so you just need to subtract the sunset subtracted by the sunrise, which is 42 subtracted by 39 equals to how many minutes? 12. Yes, it's 3. Okay, it's 3, and then 18 subtracted by 6 equals to 13. So it's 13 hours and 3 minutes. Okay, but what about, okay, let me, so it's, oh, I'm sorry, it's not 13. It's supposed to be 12 hours. Okay, 12 hours and 30 minutes. Okay. Okay, what about, that's easy because the sunset, the minutes of the sunset is bigger than the minute of the sunrise. And so on for the plus 1 weeks, same. Okay, plus 2 weeks are also same. So you just need to subtract 47 by 26 and then 18 by 6. But for also for this one, 1854 and 10. But we've got a problem in this plus 2 months because it's 9 minutes and we have to subtract it by 48. Okay, so 99 subtracted by 548. The sunset time, how to calculate this? So first, please remember that 1 hour equals to 60 minutes. So every 1 hour that you take from the hours place, it equals to 60 minutes. Okay, so because it's only 9 and we don't have enough minutes to be subtracted by 48, so we, let's say, borrow, okay, from this. So 1 hour is taken from 19. So it means now, okay, we have to add 60 plus 9 equals to 69. Okay, so the time now it becomes 18 hour and 69 minutes. So by using this calculation, we can subtract the sunrise time. Okay, so 69 subtracted by 48 equals to 21. Okay, so 9 subtracted by 8 equals to 1. 6 subtracted by 4 equals to 21. And then 18, okay, 18, yes, okay, 18 subtracted by 5 equals to 13. Oh, by the way, this one's supposed to be 12. Okay, so it's 13 hours and 21 minutes. And so on. I mean, we can do this calculation to the next one as well. Okay, so this one is 13 hours, or let's say 13 hours and 21 minutes. So what about for others? Yes, we have to add 60 first to this to the sunset minutes because it's not enough to be subtracted by 42. Okay, so but what about the plus 6 month? No, it doesn't have to be added by 60 because 37 subtracted by 18 we still can do without borrowing, let's say. Do you understand? Okay, hopefully you understand. And then if you, yes, we already discussed this one. Okay, later. Okay, let's, yes, okay. So we already discussed this one. It's getting longer, okay, except for, if you still remember, all of them are getting longer, okay, from here to here, except this one, okay, it's getting shorter. For the last one, okay, and we have to guess what season, okay, it's longer. And then the last one is shorter, okay, and we have to guess, not guess, we have to think about instead of, I mean, not only about length of day but also the season, okay, because Okay, let's answer this one first. So the data for the length of day between March and June, it's only 3 months. Okay, April, May, and June, 3 months. So it's March plus 3 months. Okay, and the pattern is it's getting, oh, wait, and then it's currently going from spring to summer or from autumn to winter between March and June. Okay, one more. We're talking about March and June only. Okay, so because the day is getting longer, if the day is getting longer, it becomes hotter. Okay, so if it becomes hotter, it is not possibly. It's not possible if it's going to be winter. So the best answer that we can choose between spring to summer or autumn to winter is spring to summer. Explain how you know this. Because yes, the day is getting longer. It means that it's getting hotter as well, and it's not possible if it's going to be winter. And then explain the data in plus 6 month line. Okay, in plus 6 month line, the last one, the day is getting shorter because if we notice, okay, in Karachi, Pakistan, Karachi, Pakistan is located on the northern hemisphere, right? And then let's say, 6 months after March, okay, which is March is spring, let's say, and then 6 months after that is autumn, okay. So after it passed the summer, and then it enters autumn. And then differences between animal migration and hibernation, you can find it in the glossary of the learner's book. Okay. Okay, let's just be quick. The next one. Okay, for this one, oh yeah, you've got this paper, right? Hopefully you keep it because it's very important. Identify the imaginary line A. What is A? We already learned that this is the Earth axis. Okay, or only axis is fine. And then what about B? B is the orbit. Okay, and then what is the next question? Okay, and then what shape? Okay, what shape? It is the shape of slight ellipse. Okay, don't forget. It's slight ellipse. Sorry. Shape. And then, what is the next question? I cannot scroll down because it's on one page. Okay, when Earth is in position D, which hemisphere is having summer? Position D. Okay, so I need you to take a look closer. If this is the Earth and this is the axis, okay, and this is the northern hemisphere, this is the southern hemisphere, North Pole or South Pole, okay, let's say. And if this is the line of light, okay, so this part is facing the sun, right? And this part is not facing the sun. If the Earth is spinning or rotating, okay, based on this axis, so this part will get the sunlight, will be exposed to the sunlight most of the time. So most probably northern hemisphere will having summer. Okay, so which hemisphere? It's northern. Wait, I need to uh change. Yes, yes, it's okay. So it's northern. And then the next question, explain your answer to question D. Okay, just explain that based on the Earth axis, okay, the northern hemisphere is facing the sun. or let's say the North Pole is facing the sun. So it means the northern hemisphere is experiencing a day longer than the southern one. During which month is the Earth in position C? Okay. Which month? Like I told you before, let's just add 3 here, 3 month here, 3 month here, and 3 month here. So before June, 3 months before June is March. Okay, isn't it easy? It's March. And then how long is day and night everywhere on Earth in position C? And like I told you before, okay, in this position, the Earth, the northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere, let's say generally they get the same amount of light. So if it is asked about how many hours that it is exposed to the sunlight, okay, mostly, yeah, in average, it's 12 hours, around 12 hours, let's say. Okay, and let me explain through this picture as well. The northern hemisphere is having, this is summer, and this one, after summer is autumn. After autumn is winter. After winter is spring. Okay, so later I will explain through the table, but because if, yeah, through this picture it's not really clear. Let's move on. Okay, imaginary line A. We have discussed about this many times. So A is the axis and C is the equator. Okay. Okay, and then what is B and D? B and D are it is a location. B is the North Pole and D is the South Pole. Okay. What is the next question? Okay, what season is it in the region labeled E? Okay. So first, please remember, okay, if this is the sun and okay, it's the axis is tilted like this, so it means this part, okay, which is this is the South Pole, is experiencing the day longer. Okay, please remember that. If it is experiencing the day longer, the South Pole, the southern hemisphere, okay, they are experiencing summer. Okay, so it's summer. Just remember the position of the sun. Okay. Okay, the next one. For this one, we already calculated this in the classroom. Okay, but again, okay, let me try to tell you how to calculate. For example, okay, so the sunset time is 18:51. Then sunrise time is 55. Isn't it? Yes, okay, so we have to subtract. 51 cannot be subtracted by 55, so we have to borrow. Okay. Oh, so we have to borrow. How do we borrow? Okay, let me tell you. So we have 1 hour. So because 51 cannot be subtracted by 55, so we can borrow 1 hour, so it becomes 51 plus 60 equals to 111. Okay, So now it becomes 17 hours and 111 minutes and 4:55. 111 subtracted by 55 equals to 6. Yes. And then 10 minus 5. Okay, 56. Yes. Okay, 17 and then divided by 4 equals to, and not divided, I mean subtracted, 13 hours. So it's 13th hour and 56 minutes, and so on. For this one is easier. Okay, you just need to subtract this with this, and then the hours with the hours. Okay, hopefully you can be succeed. On July, the day is getting shorter, right? Okay, from 14 hours to 13 hours and 56 minutes, it's getting shorter. Okay, what about the length of day in November? It is, okay, 17 minus 6 equals to 11, right? 11 hour and 1 minute, because 2 minutes minus 1. And then 57 minus 6 equals to 49. Okay, and then 16 minus 6 equals to 10. Okay, so it is also getting short. Both of them are getting. This right? Mhm. The pattern for the length of day in July it's getting shorter. Okay, and then season is in quiet city in July. In July, what season? Okay, let's later we will do the table. Okay, in July, what season? It is between June and September. Okay, so on June, Northern Hemisphere is having summer, right? And then after summer is autumn. So it's yes, it is going from the summer, but it's the end of the summer maybe, and start to autumn, to enter the autumn. Is it moving towards? Okay, that's it. Summer, moving toward by the end of July. It's on November. It's also getting shorter. In November, what season? So, November is in between September and December. Okay, and we know that September, I mean, the season on September, okay, on the northern hemisphere, it is autumn. So, from autumn to winter. So, the day is getting shorter and shorter. November is autumn, but it starts to winter, okay. For 3 weeks of December, of course, it will be getting shorter because it is winter, right? So it's autumn, and in November, it's about autumn to winter. And then length of day in quiet city. For the first, it is getting shorter and colder because winter is coming. And please memorize the table. Okay, so the table I already told you if this is the month. Okay, like for example, June. After June is September. After September is December, and then March. Okay, and then this is the northern hemisphere, for example. Okay, during June, the northern hemisphere is heavy summer. After summer, it's autumn. After autumn, it's winter. After winter, it's spring. Same. Okay, not same, but the opposite. After on the southern hemisphere, winter is in June, and then September is spring. December is summer. So they celebrate Christmas in summer. And then it's autumn. Okay, just memorize this table, but please do not really memorize the order, but you have to memorize the month with the hemisphere. Okay, that's all the explanation for me. Hopefully this one will help you at home to study because yeah, you cannot reach me every time. So hopefully this video will help. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.